and opinions expressed in this program are not necessarily the views of ECTV News, the City of East Chicago, nor this broadcast station or website. ECTV airs public meetings as a service to the community it serves. Speakers at public meetings, broadcast, or posted by ECTV News are solely responsible for their comments. ECTV News reserves the right to edit or remove any profanity or abusive language or behavior deemed inappropriate for our viewing audience. If you have any comments or suggestions about this program, contact ECTV News at 219-391-8206.
AM 1230 WJOB 939 in the 839 in the Calumet region right now. I'm still having coffee. Can you tell, folks? The following 30 minutes is a paid program, another part of the community programming initiative. We know about that, of course, as Jed always says. This is a deal where your city, town, or local organization puts some dimes in the slot and pays time to announce your great city, club, organization, whatever you may have. And I want to get the microphones set right up here for this. These two young ladies and this young man. The city of East Chicago. And all that being said, I've got Sandra Favela, accent on the second syllable, Connie Magana, and Mr. Brian Ship, with two P's at the end, as a matter of fact. And we've got some great things to talk about in the city of East Chicago. Sandra, why don't you fill us in on some of the late-breaking events going on here in East EC?
Sure. I want to thank you, Gino, for inviting us this morning. Again, we're so excited to announce this program that we're going to be having with Indiana Plan. We're going to be having a great event. It's an informative expo. It's going to be held on December 4th, Building Careers for Our Community. And we're partnering up with Brian Ship, Indiana Plan, and we're going to have great things going on just to get the word out about what Indiana Plan is all about. And we want to get all the Chicago residents and the general public to come out and support this event.
Just basically, why don't you tell us about the Indiana Plan, what it is, and the intent of it, please?
Sure. It's actually a great opportunity for anyone who's interested in being part of this. Indiana Plan is to come in and get some valuable experience in the construction and building trades. And I'm just going to turn it over to Brian Ship. He can tell you a little bit more about that.
This is Brian Ship, as a matter of fact. Good morning, Brian. Welcome to WJOB.
How you doing, Gino?
Very well, my friend. As a matter of fact, we were speaking in the green room prior to this, and you are an iron worker.
Yes, I am.
And how long, please?
10 years.
10 years?
Yes.
And you did serve an apprenticeship as well?
Yes, 3 years.
All right. And I often put this question to a good many people. My goodness, who will be the pipe fitters, the sheet metal workers, the iron workers 10, 20 years from now? Great guys like you do not go through this apprenticeship program and get valuable not only training but on-the-job experience, right?
Yes. You get all that through all of the apprenticeship programs.
Wrapping a microphone there. That's fine. Yes, indeed. And we were speaking before about the education, some of the subjects you studied during your apprenticeship, and it may not be related to your direct field of opportunity, but we both agree that studying philosophy, psychology is in fact a discipline you adopt, right, Brian?
Yes. And one thing I've learned through doing job fairs and talking to kids is that basically, well, actually not even the kids, but the adults that come in to test for the apprenticeship programs, and they see the basic math, the geometry, the trigonometry, and they say, wow, I should have paid a little more attention in class.
Yeah.
And now it's coming to bite them in the end.
Really, it truly does. You never know what type of subjects will be utilized later on in life, right?
Yes, definitely later on in life.
Yes, indeed. So once again, the city of East Chicago, and you're talking about building careers for our community expo, and that'll be sponsored by the city of East Chicago and the Indiana Plan from 10 a.m. till noon, December 4th and that'll be at the Field Education Center Auditorium at 3553 Block Avenue.
If I can add on that, Gino, this is a great opportunity for people to come out and know about the building and construction trades. There's a lot of people out there that are kind of reluctant to go into any of the union halls because they're not sure what they need to do, and they have criterias and they have to meet them. So that's the whole purpose of this, is joining with the Indiana Plan to get the word out, get the message out for these people to come in, listen to what Indiana Plan is all about, and ask questions. And that's the opportunity for them to ask questions, and we can get the answers for them at the event.
Also to your left, Connie Magana. Connie, what is your role in the Indiana Plan in this entire presentation?
Well, I'm more or less
I need you right up on the microphone.
I'm more or less like a liaison. In between making sure that we get all the organization of inviting guests and promoting the event and getting it all, organized and together. The event is, targeted towards the Chicago residents. We would just really like to bring the information to them so that they can take what the Indiana Plan has to offer and run with it. So that, this is an opportunity for them not only to ask questions, but to take the first step. Take a first step and apply to participate in the Indiana Plan. Find out what it takes to even begin, what it takes to start an apprenticeship program, follow through, and get that union card.
You've got to know what you're getting into if you want to be successful at it, of course, right?
Right.
And then
Absolutely.
they have to have the following requirements. They have to be 18.
18 years of age. Oh, well, the minimum requirements for any trade is going to be 18. You're going to have a valid driver's license, which is key.
Okay.
Yeah, and then pass. And for some particular trades, you do have to take a type of physical as well.
Okay.
And that's just a bare. And a high school GED equivalent.
Okay, or equivalent there, yeah. And it's actually not just the iron workers. Once again, we can enumerate the building trades that will be involved in the Indiana Plan: bricklayers, carpenters, cement masons, electricians, glaziers, heat and frost insulators. I'm not familiar with that. It's obviously a newer field and very needed. Iron workers, Brian, there you go. Laborers, and very overlooked as well. Laborers. You need the laborers.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Like the grunts in the Army, they call the ground pounders, the infantry. Come on.
We call them the support craft.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go. I mean, without them, what have you got?
Yes.
And it's not just being worthless laborers anymore. It's truly an integral part of the entire operation. So like I said, iron workers, laborers, millwrights, operating engineers, painters, plumbers, pipe fitters, roofers, and sheet metal workers. And that's got a little bit of pizzazz for me. I was a sheet metal apprentice many, many years ago, and actually attended Washburn Trade School in Chicago.
Okay.
And that was an invaluable experience. I did not wind up going into that field, but still, the experience that you get. Actually, I wound up using that down the road later in life. You never know where you're going to use that practical experience, right, Brian?
This is true. And one thing we like to say about the trades is, now, granted, high schools are gearing you to go to college, get a degree, come out and get a decent job. But here it is with the building trades. We'll teach you, take you through an apprenticeship, and when you finish your apprenticeship, you're not in debt. You have a valuable skill that now you can build your career on.
Excellent. Where did you attend high school, Brian?
Actually, I went to Andrean High School.
Andrean, okay. All right. And what piqued your interest about ironworking?
Well, many moons ago, in a previous life, my ex-wife and her family were also involved in the trades, and we, over a meal, discussed, the trades, and I like working with my hands, and he offered me a chance to get a taste of it, and I went out for a weekend job and never looked back.
What's your favorite part of the job of being an iron worker, Brian?
All the new experiences you see. I mean, today I could be at U.S. Steel. Tomorrow I could be at Burns Harbor. After that I could be at NIPSCO and Wheatfield. I mean, it's just so many things that you'll see and that you'll be marveled that we as men and women can build. It's amazing.
So the variety.
Yes.
It never quite gets stale, right?
No. Actually, I was fortunate enough to be on the BP Whiting project, and I started when there was dirt.
Well, that was huge.
And now to go back out there and just, we look at it now and just like, wow, this is what we did.
That's excellent. That is excellent. And once again, gets down to the youth. I stress that again. Who are going to be the iron workers 10, 20 years down the road if you do not get into these apprenticeship programs, not only with the schooling, but then the on-the-job experience working with experienced persons as yourself, Brian?
Yeah, the Indiana plan is we're a help tool for the trades. We're not our own entity. We help individuals who struggle to get into that particular trade. And then again, you have a lot of individuals who think, well, I think I want to be a carpenter. They come through Indiana Plan, and then I get the chance to send them out on a carpenter job, and they're like, well, you know what? This might not be it for me. Then I can send them out as an electrician, an iron worker, a laborer, and then they'll find their niche. So then they can apply to that particular trade and be a more valuable individual to that craft.
Absolutely. I really kind of wonder in the whole scope of things if any 17 or 18-year-old truly knows what they want to do for the rest of their lives. I think I've been through a dozen jobs in my life, and you just kind of bounce around until you find your niche, like you said, Brian, and your passion.
Yep.
Because if you don't like what you're doing, I guess you're stuck in a job that you hate for the rest of your life. And what fun is that, right?
Yep.
You betcha. We do have an incoming call. Let's see if this get the switchboard around here. You are live on the radio with my guest from East Chicago. Good morning. Who's this, please?
This is MX.
Good morning, MX. Good morning.
I want to talk about the trades. I worked at Inland Steel, and it was Jimmy Carter through his Employment and Training Administration Act where I got the money to go to apprentice school to be a boilermaker.
There you go.
But I ended up in the tower gang. But people think Carter, they talk bad about Carter. If it wasn't for that act, I'd probably wouldn't have been able to go through apprenticeship program. And just like Mayor McDermott, what he does, he funds the college programs, and a lot of kids wouldn't be able to go through college. And you don't realize how much that helped. And the people that do good for the mayor college program, 20, 30 years later, like I am, will say, wow, so happy he did that, and I'm happy what Carter did for us.
There you go. And, of course, MX, you'll never know when that practical experience is going to come into your life and be something meaningful in a project you've got going, right?
Right.
Yeah,
I never thought that. Now I look back and I say, boy, thanks for that act, or I wouldn't be able to go to apprentice school. But thanks for letting me talk, and see you later, brother iron worker.
Thank you, my friend. Yeah, see that? One of your fellow guys out there, union workers, and like I said, you've got to go through this apprenticeship program. You've got to get the on-the-job experience.
Yes. Definitely.
And a good many times, the book learning only goes so far.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And where are you going to learn what I used to call back in my trade TTPSNS, tricks, tips, pointers, shortcuts, and oh yes, secrets. You see, I know darn well that during the past 10 years, you've probably found some shortcuts.
Right.
That you did not learn in the books, right?
No. And the on-the-job experience that you get with these, just on-the-job experience is you can find out later, and when you go to the other jobs, and you're like, hey, you know what? How about we do it this way? And I'm telling you, we can do it this way, and we can do it twice as fast and get it done. And
See that?
Yep.
Yeah, nothing like on-the-job experience. Indeed, indeed. We do have another phone call, line number 2. You're live on the radio. Please turn your radio down. Please turn your radio down. Hello, who's calling, please?
Ed.
Ed. Good morning, Ed. How are you doing today?
Oh, pretty good. How's everything with you guys?
All right. Your comment, please?
Yeah, I wonder, does it cost anybody, the apprentice, any money to go through the course?
No, it does, for Indiana Plan.
Yeah.
No, it does not cost. You know what it does? I'm gonna tell you. I'm sorry. It does cost something. It costs a little bit of time.
There you go.
No money, though.
No
right?
money. No money.
And dedication, right, Brian?
That's it. That's it.
There you go.
It's,
Yeah, and do you have to be an East Chicago resident in order to get in?
No, you don't.
Okay, now how does once you finish the apprentice program, you have to join the union?
Well, the Indiana Plan's total purpose is to get individuals qualified and in a particular trade. That's
yeah,
our
okay,
whole
but
purpose.
Then do you have to join the union?
Well, that's our goal. Yes.
Well, okay. Now, once you're finished with the program and you've got some experience in your particular trade, and in order to get on a job, you have to go to the union hall. Is that correct?
Well, the Indiana Plan is umbrellaed under.
Well, I understand that, but I'm talking about once you're through with the course and you're experienced, and if you're an iron worker and you get on a job and the job is finished, so you're laid off, they don't need you anymore, then to get on another job, what is the procedure to do that?
Well, that's where my job comes into play. Is I'm out getting more of the Indiana Plan participants more jobs.
Let's get off the Indiana Plan here. You finished the course, and you're out in the real world working, and the job is finished. You got to get another job. How do you do that?
Well, it all depends on which particular trade you are in.
Well, any trade, whether you're a carpenter or a bricklayer or.
Well, each trade has different hiring policies.
That's what I'm trying to find out. What the hiring policies are.
Okay. Well, the ironworkers, for example, we are a hiring hall. So if you get laid off from a job, you go straight back to the hall, and our business agents will find another job for you.
Okay, that's what I was wondering about, because it affects your seniority.
Absolutely.
If you can't get another job, you're losing your seniority. And I wonder if they give you another job according to your seniority.
Now we have what's called a hiring book. So when you come into our hiring hall, it's first come, first serve.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Ed, thank you very much for your call, my friend.
Okay,
Have a great
you.
day. Bye now. 1230 WJOB, you are listening to the City of East Chicago. With me, Connie Magana, Sandra Favela, accent on the second syllable. I got it right the third time there. And Mr. Brian Ship with 2 P's. And Sandra, back to you. What is your favorite part of your job right now about what you do?
Working with the employees. I have, first of all, the great team in my office. I work for the Department of Human Resources, and without them, I don't think we'll be able. I mean, I could keep going every day. They're a great support to me. But the employees is what I enjoy. We have a lot of great employees out there in the city of East Chicago. They work very hard. They come to work. They do their 8 hours and more, and plus some. And they're just out there working and doing what they do best.
What do you perceive as being one of the single largest challenges in your position?
Well, I am the interim director. That was the one Mayor Anthony Copeland approached me. It was an honor to go ahead and to accept this position. And I would say that first day and still now, every day is a different challenge, and that's what makes it fun.
How do you meet those challenges? How do you approach those?
Well, if I don't have the answer, I will tell them. I don't have the answer today, but I will look into it, I'll research it, and I'll get it done.
There you go.
But it's just like any other job. There's always a challenge, and you just got to get it. You have to go past that barrier and try to get things done.
And you're schooling where? Where at, Sandra? High school?
Oh, Bishop Knoll.
Bishop Knoll.
Yeah.
BNI.
You got it.
All right.
Warriors.
All right.
Yeah.
And living currently where?
In Crown Point.
Crown Point, CP?
Yes.
Crown Town.
You-
All right, as they call it, right? Connie, how about yourself? How did you get involved? How did you start getting involved with this entire project?
Oh, well, the mayor actually charged me with the mission of helping and assisting Sandra, since she's very busy. So he kind of grouped us together. I'm the director of human rights for the city of East Chicago.
Uh-huh.
So to work with Brian and with Sandra kind of goes hand in hand for me. Currently, I monitor city-issued contracts for compliance, and a lot of times that makes me have a relationship with different contractors, subcontractors, to help them meet their goals. So having a relationship with someone like Brian, who can bring these applicants who, for what we would really like is to build that the numbers of people that we have qualified from East Chicago to get on the projects that we have that we happen to be monitoring for East Chicago residency or for equal opportunity compliance. So I'm kind of just I think a good fit to be in the middle and to assist Sandra with getting the details of getting a program together, getting it out, and also working with Brian to find out who do we need to have at this event. Who in the ironworkers or labor hall do we need to contact to make sure that they attend.
So you've got a lot of varied activities as well.
Mm-hmm.
Never a dull moment, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There you go. There you
Yeah.
go. You've got a very special event coming up for the holidays.
We do, but just to end on the Indiana plan and this whole event, if anyone has any questions, they can feel free to call Human Rights, Maria Becerra, and she'll give more information. It's 391-8477. 391-8477. But yes, Gino, we have a special event coming up. Mayor Anthony Copeland is inviting all the senior citizens to come out for a Christmas party, and that's going to be held Wednesday, December 11th at the Knights of Columbus. It will be from noon to 3 o'clock.
Okay.
But they do have to be East Chicago residents, and they have to be 55 and older. There is limited seating, so it's a first come, first serve. And I know there's a lot of senior citizens out there that want to have a good time. It's the holidays coming, and this is the time to come out at the Christmas party and do some dancing and some chatting with some old friends.
There you go. A very worthwhile and noble effort indeed. You bet. You bet.
Also, we have our East Chicago Cardinals playing tonight at Fort Wayne. On behalf of the city of East Chicago, we want to wish them the best.
There you go.
And they're going to do well, and they've proven to the city these past months that they do a great job. And good luck to the East Chicago Cardinals.
I want to point out very quickly that in today's paper, there is a very nice article by Mr. Steve Segura, standing to my left here, about East Chicago bursting with pride over Cardinals. And the other information we spoke about today about the senior lunch as well as the Indiana plan is also in this great column today,
Yes.
right there. Steve, thank you very much.
I'm just
Chime
going
in
to jump
there.
in here. Yeah,
Go ahead, buddy, sure.
In order to register for the senior citizen thing, they must go to the park department and register there. And there's another big event for Christmas coming up, that's Friday, December 6th. We have a tree lighting ceremony coming up at 1 in the harbor at 5:30. Followed by a larger ceremony at 6:30 at City Hall, where there'll be Santa Claus, hot chocolates, surprises for kids. You could take a family picture with Santa Claus.
Excellent.
Friday, December 6th at 5:30 and 6:30 p.m. Make sure you get there.
Very good. Sound like some great events there. Thank you very much for that, Steve. And to the city of East Chicago, thank you so much for coming in today and sharing the great information with us. Connie Magana, Sandra Favela, and Mr. Brian Shipp. Thank you so much, my friend. It was wonderful making your acquaintance. And
All right,
thank
thank
you
you.
so much for getting some great information out to some people that really need it.
Thank you.
Thank
You're
you.
entirely welcome. Have a great day.
You too.
When we return...